Good morning, East Idaho. Welcome to your planning briefing for Saturday, May 23rd. It feels like we stepped back in time for a few months here. This is going to feel like a winter weather briefing as opposed to a spring briefing this morning, as a lot of us are stepping outside this morning or waking up and seeing some snow falling. We do have a snow, rain / winter mix in the forecast this morning, and that will be around until our snow levels begin to rise later this afternoon and allow for an all-rain forecast in continuing into this afternoon and evening. Another thing we're watching today is some strong winds and some possible blowing snow out of the Lost River Valley and the Monida Pass area this morning. Cold morning temperatures are forecast for Sunday morning, but there shouldn't be a concern for widespread frost or freeze. And the warm-up is still on the horizon next week. So let's look at that satellite view and all this moisture coming in from low pressure off to our west this morning, bringing us that rain, snow, and winter mix. And as we see this morning here, look at all these areas of falling snow early this morning. So far, we're seeing rain falling at the 5,500 foot level to about 6,000 feet, and that's going to drop, unfortunately, early this morning. So we could be seeing snow at about 5,000 feet and maybe even a little bit lower than that as we go towards 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. So out your window this morning, you might see an hour or two of some snowfall. The good news is it's not going to last very long, and it's not going to really accumulate on your lawns. It's basically going to fall and then melt. So rain and snow for early this morning across the Snake Plain. We also have it in the Magic Valley, but not really impacting anything. So basically we have it for all of eastern Idaho with the exception of the Sawtooth, which is kind of weird. Normally they would be the ones to have it, right? And then the addition of the wind that we talked about for Lost River area. Tomorrow we have rain showers continuing for portions of eastern Idaho, but not really impacting anything. It's just going to be some light rain. And then the cold morning temperatures for the Snake Plain and eastern Magic Valley. And then we see dry conditions for Monday, Tuesday, and most of Wednesday, but we do have a chance for some thunderstorms in portions of eastern Idaho. Okay, so let's jot this out. Almost hour by hour, but we'll go in little chunks. Snowfall amounts for this morning here. We'll see most of the snow accumulating in eastern Idaho, the Caribou Highland areas. You'll see some snow accumulations along Island Park areas, but we're looking at those higher elevation areas. So you're looking the benches of Pocatello, you're looking areas and elevations greater than about 6,500 feet. So impacts to travel if you're going on these passes, immigration, Fish Creek, any of these passes in the southeast highland areas, Caribou Highlands, there will be some accumulations on those passes, and this is just this morning. Take a look at this afternoon. All this snow is not going to last. So the accumulating snow is gone by this afternoon as our snow levels start to rise. But the snow is gone doesn't necessarily mean all the precip is gone. It's just going to change over to rain. So here's our forecast for rainfall amounts this afternoon. You'll see about 1/10 of an inch where we had snow this morning. Everywhere else across eastern Idaho here, you see forecast rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch for two reasons. One, the precip is starting to move out of the area, and two, we're just seeing the amount start to decrease by this afternoon. Okay, so early this morning, all the areas shaded in blue here are where we are forecasting the rain, or the snow, excuse me, or the winter mix, and areas in green are the forecasted rain. So I wanted to show you where all this winter mix is forecast here in as you can see, that's across the Snake River Plain. It's pretty dominantly blue as you look to the east. So areas like the Teton area, the Caribou Highlands, is where we're forecasting that all snow. By 10 o'clock here, you're almost seeing the same trend, but you kind of notice that Pocatello area portions, additional portions of the Snake Plain are becoming more dominantly rain by this point, and this is the middle of the morning hours. By the early afternoon, you see almost all the Snake Plain is now transitioned over to rain. You do still see the snow, though, in eastern Idaho, and that's going to continue through the afternoon hours for those areas. And you do still see this mix here toward the Bear Lake area and in the southeast highlands. By the afternoon, look at all this decreasing conditions. So we don't really have a whole lot of precip forecast in the eastern Magic Valley. You start to see it drop off in the lower Snake Plain, and we just kind of have some showery stuff over in the central mountains, if anything at all. And then by this evening, again, there's really not a whole lot of precip forecast, if anything at all, is left. Just sort of some showery activity in the form of rain across the Snake River Plain by this evening. Please check 511 before you travel. If you are watching this, we know that you do care about the weather and you're watching your forecast, but we do care about you, and we just want to make sure that you all know and are passing along that crashes do and will happen if you don't check your weather forecast and you're not making sure that you all know that crashes do happen on wet pavement, whether it's rain, whether it's snow. Either one can happen. Okay, other concerns that we're forecasting for today: the increase in wind conditions across the Lost River area, the Monida Pass area, even up toward Island Park, and this is just this morning. So we do have some strong winds, upwards of 30 miles an hour, possibly gusting to 40 for a small portion of time early this morning. So that could cause some blowing snow concerns for just this morning. And then by this afternoon, you see those winds start to drop off. You see some possibly gusty winds in the eastern Magic Valley, but we're looking about 20 to 25 miles an hour this afternoon. And just to give you a look at the high temperatures for today, we're looking at about 50 degrees across the Snake River Plain, not even reaching 50 toward Idaho Falls. Low temperatures for tomorrow morning, we talked about that frost freeze concern. Our confidence is medium at this point that we're not going to be issuing any frost freeze warnings due to the increase of because of the cloud cover and the forecast possible of continued precip in the area, but temperatures are going to be in that concerned area for frost freeze across a good majority of the Snake River Plain. Okay, rainfall amounts tomorrow are not looking all that high, but we do have some rain showers forecast across the eastern portion of Idaho. And then Monday we are looking dry, and then temperatures will begin its warming trend. And the rest of next week will be very warm. We do have still 90 degrees forecast possible across portions of our area by this time next week. So that continues, that trend continues. And then dry conditions. So we are under high pressure, so high and dry. Okay, so rain, snow, winter mix still forecast for this morning until snow levels rise and allow for the rain to transition over this afternoon and evening. Strong winds and blowing snow are possible out of the Lost River Valley and Monida Pass area this morning. Cold morning temperatures tomorrow, but there shouldn't be a widespread frost or freeze concern, and a warm-up is forecast next week. Any questions or concerns? We are here to answer your questions. 208-233-0834, and we thank you for watching. We will see you tomorrow.